Right now, I want you to answer this honestly. When was the last time you were actually here, not breathing and blinking? I mean truly present. Your eyes on the world, not lost in your thoughts. Your attention on what's in front of you, instead of replaying yesterday or predicting a future that hasn't arrived. Most people can't answer that question. You're not stuck in life. You're stuck in your head. And the scariest part, you've been living in a prison with the door wide open. The only lock is your thoughts. If you can't control your mind for 10 seconds, how will you control your future for 10 years? Stay with me because in the next few minutes, you're going to feel your mind go quiet in a way you haven't felt in years. Once you taste that silence, you'll never accept your old life again. Listen carefully. You are not tired because life is heavy. You are tired because your mind won't shut up. You wake up and before your feet touch the floor, you're already somewhere else. You're replaying yesterday, arguing with someone who isn't even in the room, imagining worst-case scenarios, carrying 10 conversations in your head, none of them real, and then you wonder why your chest feels tight, why your energy disappears before the day begins. You've been living in your head like it's a home, but it's a prison, and the door is wide open, but you don't see it because you're too busy talking to yourself. You are addicted to thinking because thinking gives you the illusion of control. Your mind tells you, if I analyze this enough, I can prevent pain. If I imagine every worst-case scenario, I'll be ready. But look at your life. Has it worked? You've been overthinking for years. Has it made you happier? Solved your problems? Made you more successful? No. It's made you more anxious, more tired, more stuck. You don't need more thoughts. You need more reality. You need to feel what's happening right now. Taste your water. Feel the ground. Be present with people instead of evaluating how they perceive you. Your mind is a tool, but most people have made it their home. They live there 24/7. They carry it everywhere, to bed, to conversations, to work, to relationships. Then they say, why do I feel restless? Because you're dragging a loud machine everywhere you go. Your mind can only live in two places, the past or the future. It cannot live in the present because the present is too quiet. No drama, no storyline. So it drags you backward. Remember how they treated you. Remember your failures. And then forward. What if you lose everything? What if you get rejected? While you're traveling between yesterday and tomorrow, your actual life is happening right now, and you're missing it. You're not busy. You're absent. That's why you can't focus. That's why you can't feel joy, even when you have good things, because joy is a present moment experience. Peace is a present moment experience. You can't think your way into peace. You can only return to it. If you cannot control your attention, you cannot control your life. Your attention is your most valuable currency. If it's scattered, if it's always in your head, your life will be small, cramped, anxious. Even if you travel the world, earn money, have people around you, you'll carry the prison with you. Because the prison is internal. It's your undisciplined mind. Most people live in their head because they're afraid to feel. They use thinking as a shield against emotion. Don't want to feel sadness. Analyze it endlessly. Don't want to feel fear. Plan constantly. But here's the truth. You cannot think your way out of feeling. You can only feel your way through. The mind says, let's talk about it. The body says, please feel it. Until you feel it, it stays, it loops. The solution is not complicated. But the answer is the body. Your mind can lie. Your body cannot. Your mind says, I'm okay while your shoulders are tight and jaw clenched. Your mind says, I'm strong while your breath is shallow. The moment you return to the body, you return to reality. And reality is where power lives. Try this right now. Feel your breath. Not think about it. Feel it. Where do you feel it most clearly? Nose, chest, belly. Notice. The moment you feel the breath, even for 1 second, your mind becomes quieter. Why? Because attention can only be in one place at a time. If it's in sensation, it's not in story. If it's in reality, it's not in fear. This is the doorway to freedom. Your mind will resist. It will tell you, this is boring. This won't help. You have more important things to think about. That's the addiction, fighting back. Here's the truth. You don't need to fight the mind. You need to stop feeding it. A fire dies when you stop adding wood. Your overthinking is powerful because you give it attention. You take a thought and massage it, stretch it, replay it, decorate it. Then you say, this thought is ruining me. No, you're giving it a throne. Instead of battling thoughts, do something smarter. Step back, watch, label it, thinking, worrying, judging, and return to breath, return to sensation, return to what's in front of you, again and again. This is discipline, not motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline is training. Discipline is repetition. Discipline is devotion to reality. You start noticing the space between you and your thoughts. A thought can scream and you can still move. A thought can threaten and you can still act. That's power. A weak person is controlled by their inner noise. A strong person hears the noise and doesn't obey. The reason you keep returning to your head is because your identity is there. Your identity is built from thoughts. I always mess up. I'm not confident. I'm shy. I'm unlucky. I'm behind. You've repeated these so many times, they became your name. They became who you think you are. When you stop living in your head, it feels like death. The old story dissolves and the ego panics. If I'm not this story, who am I? Good, let it panic. That question is the beginning of real life. You are not a story. You are awareness. You are presence. You are a human being with breath and blood and unlimited potential. If your story makes you smaller, if it keeps you stuck, throw it away. But it feels true, you say, of course. You rehearsed it for years. If you rehearse weakness, you become weak. The path is not a new fantasy story. The path is becoming someone who doesn't need stories to act. Someone who can be uncomfortable and still move. Someone who can be uncertain and still choose. That is mastery. Overthinking is not work. It's exhausting and empty. It produces nothing. If you want results, you need clarity. If you want clarity, you need presence. If you want presence, you need to stop feeding the mind when it's spinning. When the mind is noisy, do something physical. Stand up, walk, stretch, clean, write one sentence, do one push-up, wash your face. Why? The mind is weak against action. Thinking is powerful in stillness. Action breaks the spell. Most people sit and negotiate with their mind. I'll wait until I feel ready. I'll wait for confidence. But action is dangerous to the mind's control. When you move, the mind loses its grip. The next time your mind says, I don't know what to do, answer, do the next obvious thing. Not your whole life. The next obvious thing. Open the book. Send the message. Start the workout. Write the first paragraph. Practice for 10 minutes. This is how you escape the head, by moving your way out. The biggest enemy is not other people. It's your constant self-talk. You talk to yourself in ways you'd never talk to a friend. You insult yourself. You shame yourself. You call yourself lazy, stupid, behind, worthless. Then you wonder why you lack confidence. Confidence is not something you find. It's something you build by keeping promises to yourself and speaking with integrity inside your own mind. Catch harsh self-talk. Don't replace it with fake positivity. Replace it with direction. Instead of I'm useless, say, what's the next step? Instead of I'm not enough, say train. Instead of I can't, say try for 5 minutes. Instead of I'm behind, say start now. Direction is stronger than motivation. Direction brings you back to reality. It gives you power. Your mind will never be silent forever. Stop chasing permanent silence. Chase skill instead. Skill means you can have thoughts and still be present. Skill means you can feel fear and still act. Skill means you can be uncertain and still move forward. Stop asking, how do I stop thinking? Ask instead, how do I stop being controlled by thinking? The answer is always the same. Return. Return to breath. Return to body. Return to action. Return to reality. Again and again and again. And when you return enough times, you become someone else. Not by changing your personality, but by waking up. The most tragic thing is not failure. The most tragic thing is living your whole life inside your head and calling it living. Here's what I want you to do right now. Not tomorrow. Now. Pick one area where your mind destroys you most. Relationships, self-image, money, work. Pick one. See the pattern. What does your mind do there? Compare, catastrophize, shame, doubt, good. That pattern is not you. It's a habit, and habits can be retrained. For the next 7 days, when the mind starts its story, don't argue, don't debate, simply return. Return to breath, return to body, return to action. If you fail, return again. This is not about becoming a monk, this is about becoming free. Because a person who cannot control their mind is easy to manipulate. People will pull your strings, they will trigger you, they will make you chase validation. But when you stop living in your head, you stop being controlled. You stop needing to win every argument. You stop needing to impress people who don't care. You become simple. And simplicity is terrifying to weak people because it cannot be manipulated. So next time you're trapped replaying, worrying, spiraling, don't panic, smile, because now you see it. And seeing is the start of freedom. Take one breath like it matters. Feel it enter. Feel it leave. Look around you. Really look. This is your life, not the version in your head, not the story you tell yourself. This, right here, right now, this is your life. Welcome home.